afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I see some young people up there of all ages. Thank you. It's good to have you here with us. Again, I want to welcome and thank you for spending your afternoon with us. You notice on the inside of the program, it tells you what we're going to sing, the musical journey that we're going on. But before that, I want to call your attention to the cover. That is the premier cover of our program. It's customized for us. We will be using that all the time because, as you see, it tells anyone who we are and what we do. You'll notice that it has our name on it, our tagline, helping neighbors by raising voices, and we have our logo. And I believe somewhere in the back there's a little QR code if you ever want to donate. So whenever you come to our concerts, you'll be seeing that. And however, though, before we go any further, I want to ask Mr. Daniel Jones to stand, because Daniel designed that for us. And as I said a bit ago, that our next song is The Human Touch, which is our commission piece, our signature piece, and you can follow part of it. If you turn in, you're not going to see what they're singing. But you're welcome to come along if you remember it.
Trees
take you now to France, specifically Paris, 1800s, and Europe is in war, civil strife in Paris itself, social injustice is running rampant, and then we're going to zero in where many lives are changed because of a loaf of bread stolen to feed a hungry child. A young woman looks back to happier days, and an ex-convict, now who is considered a hero, looks to the future through a prayer. From Les Miserables, I dreamed a dream, and bring him home. I would ask, please, that you kindly hold your applause until both pieces are sung. Thank you.
Dream
I would like to ask Brian to stand. Brian LaFond was our soloist for that. Now, if you'd like to make your way down to your music stands, the fugue is going to, excuse my English is awful, I know there are a few teachers out there. The fugue is going to offer us a change of rhythm, and we're doing Summer Samba, and the Pearl Bailey's classic from the Broadway musical St. Louis Woman, Come Rain or Come Shine. acknowledge our two scanners, if you will. Janelle, right there, and Brian. And also on sax, Matthew Kim, and we had our brass, Nathan, and Mike. And the percussion section. I'm going to take a moment, because, and this is not to downplay any other section, but if you notice, I very seldom have to cue in the rhythm section. They're just so good. And not that they said, leave us alone, but you know, you've got something good, you go with it. So gentlemen, thank you. And also, before you applaud them, I can't see Colton that clear, but there he is. Colton is a freshman at Montachusett Regional High School in Holden, and he is an after-school student of Mr. McGann, Sean McGann, who's on drums. So Colton is learning percussion, and I also understand, well, he plays piano too, and piano is a percussive instrument. So we're going to see what we can do to give him a little, particularly those ivories at one of our concerts. But gentlemen, thank you very much. Our next three pieces really show what the variety that you can run into when you buy tickets to the shows on Broadway, even those that come to Broadway in Boston, or even at the Hanover in Worcester. There's nothing like live music. And so we offer you a smorgasbord from Broadway. Before we go any further, I would like to ask Eric to stand. This is the first of many solos that we're going to invite Eric to sing. Eric, thank you very much. There are several guests here, although he's not a guest. I think he lives here in City Hall. Mayor Dean Mazzarella. Dean, thank you. Hosted 100 Main Street out to Boxborough. I said, oh, what the heck, let me try not shaving. So it's been since January, so I don't know. I've got to decide before I get a tan that I may have to shave it. And those of you who have facial hair, even in the chorale, I don't know how you do it. You have to be so careful. Trimming here, trimming there, and things. So I don't know, it's soon. But I want to thank the mayor and his staff. They are always so hospitable. They very seldom, I have not heard them ever say no to us. We'll make it work. Whatever it is, we'll make it work. And so it's a pleasure coming here to use this beautiful facility as often as we are able to. So, Mr. Mayor, thank you, and thank you for your staff. Stop in to see the mayor, don't stop here. Because those of you who live in Leominster know that he is anywhere to be found in the city. He's behind his desk only when he has to. And he and his staff and emergency services have been phenomenal as we're still trying to work out all the difficulties from the storms that we had in September. And that's why we did the Christmas concert. And this concert, again, all the money that tickets, 100% will go to the relief fund. For others in the city who are still rebuilding their lives, we as a city have a long way to go yet. But if you know anything about the people who live in town and in the city, and the staff and everyone, very resilient. We don't give up, and we intend not to. And I'm a beneficiary. And there are other members in the audience that I know who live at 100 Main Street are beneficiaries of the graciousness and the utter, I don't have words to describe how the mayor and his staff and all the agencies took care of us as our building was flooded. And we were moved in September of last year, and then we were moved again in January. I tried to get my residence changed to that address, but they wouldn't let me. 3 meals a day, I mean, come on, but again, Dean, thank you so much. Other guests I would like to recognize, residents from the Haywood Wakefield Commons Assisted Living in Gardner. They are here as our guests for the first time, and we hope that you're able to come December, as long as the weather allows. Not that, I mean, it's just coming all downhill from Gardner. They, as I said, they are the guests of the chorale. And as a member, Ellen, I'm going to ask you to stand, please. Ellen Gale works very closely with the residents and the staff at Haywood Wakefield Commons. So, Ellen, thank you so much for introducing us to them and then to us. And I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge my two musical friends, Betsy and her husband, Philip from Medford. Betsy is the conductor, and I think I have the band at 35. Betsy is the conductor of the Medford Community Chorus, Medford Community Chorale, the youth/adult chorus. I'm sorry, young adult, and then there are kids. I mean, it just keeps going. I think she spends time at the hospital recruiting right out of the maternity. She does a wonderful job. And, I'm off to her concert in May this month. you're out that way, it's at the high school, free of charge. Great, great time. It's like a bus person's in the state. Bus person's holiday for me. So, Phil and Bessie, good to have you here. Thank you. Time again for the few to move. And here's a spoiler alert. Okay? My Funny Valentine has nothing to do with Valentine's Day. Yeah, but it's nothing, absolutely nothing to do. It comes from the musical Babes in Arms. And what it is, it's two groups of teenagers whose parents are in vaudeville. And their parents are going all over the place, vaudevilling, whatever they did. And the kids are home, they're all teenagers. Now, what do you do with a group of teenagers when the parents aren't around? You get them together, you go to a camp. And here's where they are. And so there's a teenage girl there, her name is Billy Smith. And she sings, as you will hear, in not so flattering terms. She sings to a boy who has taken a liking to her. His name is Valentine. I forgot his last name. I didn't get an invitation there. But his friends called him Val. And so Billy sings to Val, as I said, in not so flattering terms. We'll leave it at that. But it's a beautiful, there have been so many musicians that have covered it, both vocal and instrumental. And then A Day in the Life of a Fool is one of the most important Brazilian pieces of bossa nova rhythm that has such it changed the face of music in the United States in the 1950s. Now, I know some of you don't remember back then. For those of us who are of that age, remember the bossa nova, and as I said, that particular bossa nova, A Day in the Life of a Fool, really changed the musical rhythm of the States. And so we sing to you My Funny Valentine and A Day in the Life of a Fool. think they like that one? Before the concert comes to a close, how could we pass by Carol Channing without saying hello to Dolly Gallagher Levi, working very hard to become Mrs. Horace Vanderfelder, a very wealthy gentleman from New York. Before the parade passes by. I've already thanked Mr. Mayor and his staff, and again, I want to thank them for being so generous to us, so welcoming to us, and to thank you especially for coming this afternoon, because you are contributing to the rebuilding of our community. And not just the infrastructure, but the infrastructure that supports people. Now, I should have programmed the people who need people, but Barbara Streisand wouldn't give us the rights to. I didn't think of it, to be honest with you. But it's people helping people. That's why our tagline in front of that program is helping neighbors by raising voices. For those of you who are here for the first time, thank you. We're so glad to have you. Our next concert coming up is on the first Sunday of December. It's all holiday music. We won't talk about that far down the road yet because I don't like that answer. But for those of you who don't know and are here for the first time, every concert that we perform, 100% of the ticket sales goes to whatever organization, local organization, that we are benefiting. We keep none of the money. We support ourselves through the generosity of the patrons and grand patrons and friends and that you see listed in our program, all the businesses, so very, very kind to us. Because of their generosity year after year, that we are able to give 100% of ticket sales back to the community. And the chorale began, someone asked me the other day, and I had to stop to think. We began in 1992. So we've been around for 30-some-odd years. And some of those have been odd. Especially I don't like to use the pandemic as a benchmark because we know it's not. But again, that affected all of us. And so we're bouncing back. That's why we're very happy to have you here this afternoon. If you read in the very small print, and anyone who may be interested, if you have any questions, my phone number is there, my email is there. I will respond to you, sometimes faster by email than phone, but I will get back to you. And people say, oh, I don't think I can sing it. You hear us after 14 weeks of rehearsal. You should come in person, right? They won't tell you. But we rehearse an hour and a half, 2 hours on a Sunday evening at the Lens United Methodist Church. They're so kind to us to let us use their facility. And we come here and have a lot of fun. And so this next piece, this is The Dream, speaks to community building. It's customary at our spring concert to honor our servicemen and women who gave the ultimate sacrifice in defense of our country, and to remember those who served our nation and are no longer with us. There is one veteran recently passed whom I particularly want to remember. I'm always at Jimmy because I've known Jimmy over 50 years, Jimmy Lanciani, James Jim Lanciani Jr. There are two words. He's, again, was so involved in this city. Almost every organization. He was in city council. He was what is now emergency management. He was the veterans officer. There are two words that describe, at least as far as I'm concerned, describes Jimmy, is his dedication and his commitment. Now, I don't know if anybody in the, the members of the view who've been here for more than 2 years, back in 2016, the Leominster Fire Department and Veterans Services presented Jimmy with his dress blues, which is a full Marine Corps uniform. And that ceremony was held right across the driveway, the street, Church Street, in one of the bays at Central Fire Station. And a number of us were asked to sing for that ceremony. A couple of the Marines, hymn was one of them, and another patriotic song. And so it is that we remember all our veterans, given the ultimate sacrifice, those who served and are now deceased, along with Jimmy. Our tribute is to all the armed forces, and I would invite any veterans or a family of a veteran who is here to please stand, if you would, so that we might acknowledge and recognize your service or your loved one's service as your particular service song is sung. I'm going to say once again, thank you for coming this afternoon. And we hope that you've enjoyed yourselves. We have, I think. Hopefully you saw it in the faces of the chorus, and the sound of the instruments, and the sound of their voices. So thank you. And so we look ahead to Memorial Day at the end of this month as we honor our veterans. Be careful. Thank you so much for being here.